I bring greetings to all Nigerians, wherever you might be, whether you are living in Nigeria or you are a Nigerian in diaspora. We all have the same stake in the project Nigeria. So I say good day to you all, wherever you are listening. For those who have watched our other videos, I want to say a very big thank you to you. For those who subscribed, those who liked, those who commented, you are such a big encouragement. Thank you and keep it up. Now, Nigeria at a crossroads. Our country stands at a crossroads now. And we need to discuss, consider, and objectively look at what the future holds for us as a nation. Why? For the sake of posterity, for the sake of our unborn children. Are we happy with what is happening in Nigeria now? Let us drop our religious togas, our tribal differences, and look into the future of this country without any biases and be very honest with ourselves. Will the nation prosper after our last elections? These are questions for you and I. And I've had some hot debates, hot arguments with some people that think Nigeria should just continue the way it has been. The same question is, has it ever worked for us? How can we continue to do things the same way and expect to have new results? It's not done. We need to change our approaches, change our actions and attitudes. Perhaps our nation can be the best that God has ordained it to be. The Bible tells me that the curse of the Lord is in the house of a thief. Let me tell you something. There is no nation in the world that has prospered, quote me, with rigged elections. If you see any country doing well, it means they've allowed the will of the people to be respected. Whether you are in APC, PDP, Labour Party, or any other party, be warned that there will be grave consequences for everyone's actions in the last elections. It doesn't matter what part you played. Look at other videos on this channel. We had a message for the judiciary, message for politicians, message for party people, for Nigerians. There will be grave consequences as the aftermath of everyone's actions in our last elections. What are the consequences for rigged elections? The Bible also says if the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? Why would the nation not prosper or not do well or improve, even if the people in government try all their best? It's very simple. There are spiritual laws that can never be broken. There are elemental forces that follow thieves and election riggers, perverters of people's wills, that when they get to the position of authority, no matter how they try, it will not work. It is not their fault. These are just spiritual operations and standards. And you and I cannot do anything about it. This does not mean or connote hatred or preference for any party or any candidate. It is just the way things work in the spirit realm. Despite good intentions, nothing was accomplished. Almost nothing, practically nothing tangible was accomplished in the last 8 years. All the indicators are showing negatives. because we cannot build anything on nothing. For example, when the outgoing president came with all the goodwill of Nigerians and with good intentions from himself, nothing much could be achieved. And now, Nigeria is neck deep in debt. This government, to my amusement, and to the amusement of millions of Nigeria, could not finish Lagos-Ibadan Expressway in 8 years. A contract that the predecessor almost did to half before he left government. And what do we expect to happen? Because we are still recycling the same people in the next dispensation. Except God helps us, and except we go on our knees. Can we expect court cases to be fair and just? This is a question we need to ask ourselves. The processes have started. The lawyers are doing their best. The judges have promised to do their best. God is watching. Go and watch the video. The judiciary versus God. The Nigerian judiciary is not facing the Nigerian people. You are facing God. And I have a piece of warning to people that will be false witnesses in these election tribunal processes. If you lie under oath, I can assure you that no matter how much money you have collected, you will not be alive to spend that money. I can say that with the whole of my heart. It is important to refrain from going to court and presenting false testimony, false witnesses, because of money. If you collect money to tamper with the processes, with the witnesses and the testimonies and the judgments, your family will mourn. However, you may be wondering, why am I talking like this? It will not augur well for anybody who thinks he or she can manipulate the processes at this time. A word they normally say is enough for the wise. We need to be sure that we leave a good legacy for the coming generation. Nigeria should be the best country in the world if we allow it to be so. I've given you my words. We have to ensure that we don't put our coming generations in tight corners as it's looking now. As a nation, we face challenges from individuals with ill and evil intentions. These people have the ability to sway your opinions and may even try to hinder your ability to think properly. These are individuals that can easily flee when problems arise in the nation, while you and your family may not have the same luxury. If Nigeria does not work, you do not have any other option. There's nowhere you will run to for help. These people have houses. They have investment overseas. All the money is meant to develop Nigeria. All the loans they took. Nigerians' debt profile is now at the highest. all these loans have been preferred by these people and stashed away in foreign accounts under fictitious names and identities. These people may have the means to seek medical treatment abroad, while your community, your family and yourself suffers from inadequate access to basic medical services. Some of them are privileged to send their children to schools abroad, while you and your family members suffer in abject poverty because you cannot even afford to eat, talk less of sending your children to school. And those who manage to enter the school have been plagued by severe strikes in the country. We know that the world is plagued by inequalities. That's why all fingers are not equal. But we need to do the right thing for us to get better results. Now the question is this. The US visa bans on those that tamper with elections and those that were suspected and have been penciled down for punishment. What impact will it have? Can other nations of the world join the US to ban the family members of these people? Confiscate all their properties in their nations? Send their children back to Nigeria to go and face the evil their parents have done? That might be a little bit better for them. And this should also be extended to the judiciary, people from the tribunal to Supreme Court, all the people, judges, lawyers, coming to the court to disrupt the peace of this nation. We need to explore opportunities for collaboration with other nations to help us fight the monster that wants to destroy this nation. Finally, and on a lighter note, I want to congratulate Nigerians on the commissioning of the Dangote refineries. They should up the games in the country in the next few months. Who knows? This might be the end of petroleum subsidies and all that is associated with it. For scarcity, queues in gas stations. And this might even stabilize our local currency naira a little bit. I'll leave you with this word from one of my lecturers when I was studying business administration and management. He used to tell us, government has no business in business. As I go with that quote, how do we resolve the Emirate bans on Nigerians? This is a big insult on the largest black nation in the world. This is an insult on the nation that is expected to be the giant of Africa. I am just a messenger. Thank you for your time. God bless you.